Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and this is a video showing you this It's a Boy mini album as part of my paper stash smash. Every month we choose a paper collection or collections to go along with the criteria. The criteria for the month of July is 12 by 12 collections. I use the It's a Boy collection from Echo Park. This came out in 2022. And I made a mini album. So let me take you through it and show you exactly what's in the album. First of all, it measures 6.5 by 6.5. It's got a 2-inch spine. I added 5 pages, 5 base pages, and then I added a couple more pages. I did some layering to get this cover, and I do have a video, actually there's two. There's one showing you how to make the album, and there is another one showing you how to decorate the album. I don't always do decorating videos, but I wanted to do one for this. So the cover has several layers. I've got some dark green solid here, and then this piece. I have a white, a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 mat, and this is actually a cut apart. I have some dimensional tape with a 2 3/8 circle, and then this is a sticker, and this is a sticker, and then I've got some enamel dots on the top. The cover is pretty simple, although you can see there's a lot of layers to it. Let me take you inside. On the inside front cover, I do have a flap with a pocket. I usually put that in the back of my albums. My theory is that by the time you get to the back, you've still got some photos and memorabilia left over, and the pocket with a flap is a good place to stash everything. But in this case, we put it in the front. I use this "Hello, Sweet Baby Boy" as like, hello, and sort of introducing you the theme of the animals and all the colors and everything. Inside the pocket is this little folder. I use 4 by 6 cut apart, so you could put 4 by 6 photos. You could actually put a photo on the top if you wanted to, but there's room on the inside for photos and on the back for another photo. You could put smaller ones than 4 by 6 if you wanted to, and you can add other things to the pockets. So that goes in there, and that is held down with a magnet. So the front of page 1 has a 2 flaps, and I used this cut apart as one of the closure to the flap. There's a magnet here and a magnet here, and this will open like this. So this is actually a little tuck spot that you could put photos on here if you wish and tuck it in. You could do it either way, have that like that or that like that. And then on the flaps, there's pockets, and there are 2 tags in the pockets, which would give you room to put little photos. I mean, I could see, like right after the baby was born, a couple of little photos. You know, sometimes they're not great pictures, to be honest, but you want to preserve them, and you could put it there. And then on the back, you could journal, talk about the time the baby was born and all that. A couple of different stickers on the pockets. So that'll close, that'll close. Now, there are 5 signatures, and each signature has a photo mat. So there's a hidden, it's a pocket page, so there's a hidden photo mat inside. I did not decorate these. I just didn't want it to get too thick, and I figured that way you could put whatever size photo. The area for the photo is 5.5 by 5.5. So you could put a 4 by 4 photo or 5 by 5 photo or whatever. 2 by 3s, could have put a couple of them on. So the back of the first page, we're still at the first page. So here we have a flap, and here's page ready for a good size photo. And then here we've got a photo mat. This is, I think, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Is that right? No, I'm sorry, 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. There's a tuck spot at the back, so you could put photos on here or more journaling. And then here, this is a tuck spot, so you could put photo there, and or add photos to the page and photo to the front and back of this photo mat. But anyhow, that's a tuck spot. But there's more. This will lift up like that. So there is a pocket with a little folder inside for 4 by 4 pictures and room for journaling on the front. this says handsome guy, and then there's room there to put a photo. There's room here, you could put a small picture or you could journal on there. So that'll close, this will close, and that'll close, and that is another page. Although this was the most complicated page, it's still pretty simple, and the rest of the book, it doesn't have as much going on, and it's pretty simple. This is a 4x4 folder. It's glued down so you have room to put pictures there, and here is a little hidden photo mat that you could add a photo or do some journaling on. I love the little bottles. I thought they were really cute. That page is adorable. And here is our hidden photo mat. These pages are similar. This will open like that, room to journal, room for photos, and photo there. You could add more stickers if you wanted. I kept it simple. And then here we've got just that without the 3x4 cut apart flap. But room here, you can journal because there's lines, right? Or add another photo and room there to put a photo. Held down with a magnet, and there is a photo mat. Loved the train paper, so I needed to make that sort of a focal point, but it got really busy, so I used the back side of it and left this cut apart so you could see the train here. Oh baby, room on the back to put a picture. You can add photos to the pocket. You don't have to have it on a photo mat. And then there is trains going both ways. And here is a train sticker with some really small spots for photos, or you could just journal on there, whatever you want to do. There is our hidden photo mat. So again, a flap with a cut apart on there. There is the mobile. There, room still to journal a little bit, and room to put a picture, maybe the baby's room. Picture the baby's room right there. Handsome little guy. There are some, these are 4x4 of the solids, so you can put 4 photos right there, 5 if you wanted to cover that up, but you wouldn't want to. And then here is just a little tag in the little tuck spot there. And there is our photo mat. The back of page 5 has this gorgeous paper, a little tuck spot. You can still add photos below that. But, I mean, picture the baby sleeping. Well, I don't know. You could put a photo there, or like that, or a 4x4 picture over here in the corner. I don't know, lots of options. Okay, so this is a waterfall. You're like, wait, that doesn't look like a waterfall. I sort of made it a little bit different because I wanted to use this cut apart, and I didn't want to cover the cut apart. I could have had just a small little magnet down here, but sometimes waterfalls, if you add photos to front and back, it gets a little chunky, and I wanted to make sure that there was still going to be room for it. So you could cover this if you wanted to, but why would you want to? That's really pretty. So you could put a photo here, 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 oops, here, and here. And then you could journal down there. Oops, there's another one. I need to erase that. I always write when I'm doing my tutorials, and I keep saying, oh, I need to erase my writing. There we go. All done. So this little flap sort of conceals the fact that it is waterfall, but you could, I would change the colors of this, but you could put the flap here, glue it down, and make it a little pocket, or just, again, use it for photos. So whatever you want to do. But this will go like that. That goes like that, and that goes like that. And then the back cover just has this pretty little border strip. There is the back spine, and there we go. So I love the colors of this collection. I had a couple to choose from, but this is what I chose. So, and let me show you the other covers, because I made 4 of these books. They will not all be in the Etsy shop because 3 of them are already claimed, but I want to show you how I did the covers. I also purchased 1 sheet of the chipboard frames, and they had 3 frames of about the same size. So I made all of those little frames just a little tuck spot. And yes, that makes a nice focal point, but you could put a picture of the baby there, and then the baby's picture is the focal point. So just something different. And those are all similar as far as that's a tuck spot to put baby's picture if you wanted to. So there are mini albums that I made with the Echo Park It's a Boy collection, part of my July Paper Stash Smash. We are smashing 12 by 12 papers. There is a tutorial on making the mini album. There is a tutorial on decorating the album. And as well, I will be using the same tutorial. I'll be using the same tutorial. I make other mini albums all month long, so stay tuned. Now that I've made one, it is so easy to make a bunch of them with the same setup. So if you need to make a bunch, or if you're going to do craft fairs, make 3 or 4 at a time and go to town. It just makes it so much easier. So anyhow, I wanted to show you that little mini album. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, I would appreciate if you hit the like sign, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you see when the other videos in the series come out, the tutorial and the decorating tutorial. So again, thanks so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.